Hey everybody, today we are reacting to Yoasobi's Idol. It's a song that came out a couple months ago with the release of the show Oshinoko, which I've been watching. So I've heard this song before, Remmington hasn't, but I have not seen the music video or really paid attention to the lyrics, so I'm excited to dive into it.
Let's go!
無敵の笑顔だらすメディア知りたいその秘密ミステリアス抜けてるとこさえ彼女のエリア完璧で嘘つきな君は天才的なアイドル様今日何食べた好きな本は遊びに行くならどこに行くの何も食べてないそれは内緒何を聞かれてものらりくらりそう淡々と
So, a lot of things to actually unpack here.
Yeah.
First of all, the lyrics. So it's like, okay, you have this genius idol, and everybody wants to ask the questions like, well, what's your favorite food? Where would you go for fun?
What are you eating today?
Yeah.
And everyone wants to know everything about her, and she's like,
Today
it's
I'm
all
not
a
eating.
secret.
Yeah, it's like, today I'm not eating. The other thing is a secret, and I don't care. You know, or like, pretty much
But-
like...
And the thing it says, this perfect liar is the perfect idol, is the way it says it.
Yeah.
It's like, there's nothing real about this person.
So, and then if we're talking vocally here, this is actually really kind of fun, what she's doing. It's a very like, dun 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 dun, you know, and it pulls at the top note at the end of each phrase, which is neat. You know, I don't know what to say about that.
What it's doing is vocally portraying the lie that the idol is showing
Yeah,
you.
okay.
Like, everything's just cutesy.
Yeah.
Everything's so great, right? And it's not. You can tell the background music playing is saying that it's not. And the show is a lot about that. That there's a dark side behind the understood lie that everyone is accepting together when they're going to these like idol concerts.
Yeah.
That's kind of what the show is about. But it's really cool the way they're portraying it through music here.
Right. Yeah. When people go to see a concert of somebody, especially like an idol, like an Asian idol, where that's particularly popular, right? Like they're going for this like perfect image of something. They're not going because this person is sharing how real they are. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so this kind of breaks that down. And then I like this kind of classical chant that it's doing in the back. This kind of deep, rich choral thing in the background, and it's a very big contrast between this like da 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 da, you know, and like all of that. It's nifty. Yeah.
だけどさんさんと味噌で見えない秘密は蜜の味あれもないないないこれもないないない好きなタイプは相手はさ答えて誰かを好きになることなんて私わからなくてさ嘘か本当か知り得ないそんな言葉にまた一人落ちるまた好きにさせる誰もが目を奪われてく君は完璧で究極のアイドル金輪際現れない一番星の生まれ変わりその笑顔で愛してるで誰も彼も虜にしていくその瞳がその言葉が嘘でもそれは完全な愛はいはい
That was an interesting line. It's like, okay, you see through my face and you fall in love with me. And of course you can see that even though it's a lie, this is true love. Very interesting line. It's like, it's not true. It's, and then this very next image is just like grabbing at the face like everything's wrong. It's so interesting the way the show is portrayed. If you haven't seen it, the first episode is 2 hours long. I recommend it. It's really good, currently airing. But this is a interesting song.
Yeah.
Clashing images the whole way.
はい、あの子は特別です我々は花からおまけですお星様の引き立て役 B です全てがあの子のおかげなわけないしょらくさい妬み嫉妬なんてないわけがないこれはネタじゃないからこそ許せない完璧じゃない君じゃ許せない自分も許せない誰よりも強い君以外は認めない誰も
So that's interesting. Okay, so right here we have this very dissonant sound, a very big contrast from this first section, which is very like poppy, very like yay, like this is great, you know. And then here it's just like this, like I can't forgive you, I can't forgive me, like this isn't good enough. I don't know what I'm doing, you know. This like the inner turmoil, right? And the dissonant sound that it puts on top of it and the staccato that she uses in that rap style there, it's like da 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 da, and it's like it gets more and more like and you just want to like break out, and that's that inner conflict of like I said, the lyrics that I just said there, but such a contrast, and it's slowly revealing more and more layers from this like, oh, there's this perfect image into this like, oh, I hate this, I hate myself, I hate everything, and yeah,
it actually portrayed quite well what the core kind of thing that causes all of the issues in the show is. And what basically happens is, I'm not going to tell you the story, but I'll tell you the concept they're striking at. The concept they're striking at is, as long as everyone is kind of accepting that they understand what's going on is a lie, that they're all partaking in together to just enjoy themselves for some time, it's fine. But then as soon as someone starts taking this idol group seriously, that, oh no, this love could be real, this person really cares for me, this person really loves me, I need them in my life, they had a relationship, I can't forgive them. That as soon as that kind of breaks down, and that person has taking everything like as if it were reality and not the lie that everyone else is understanding, it really puts the people who are in the idol band in danger. Several of these like prominent female stars that have that portrayed image end up being murdered by one of their fans, and so it shows that somewhat in the show, and it shows someone's breakdown, and it's very interesting.
Yeah, that was very well portrayed. Yeah.
まさに最強で無敵のアイドル、弱点なんて見当たらない、一番星をやっと知ってる、弱いとこなんて見せちゃダメ試しにたくないとこは見せずに唯一無二じゃなくちゃいやいや
Right there, it's like, and earlier too, it kind of, we didn't break this down. I know a lot of people don't speak Japanese who are watching this, so we'll break it down a little bit. You know, saying like, you have to be perfect. If there's anything that's not perfect, you don't let anybody see that.
Yeah.
Like, don't show anybody your mistakes. Don't show anybody your imperfections. Don't show them what they don't want to see. Mm-hmm. And that was interesting how it put it that way. You know, it wasn't just like don't show them so you can appear perfect. It was like, don't show them what they don't want to know.
Yeah.
And that's interesting, because that's really like, if you think of that from the audience perspective, it's like, you know, if you are like hoping to see this perfect thing, it's like, yeah, we're putting that expectation on this person, and they're like, okay, I got to show them what they want to see, you know? Mm-hmm. And like, don't show them anything they don't want to see. Don't show them the reality, the flaws, the humanity. Mm-hmm. It's just like, just show them this perfect little exact replica of their desires.
Yes.
Yeah, nifty.
それこそ本物の愛、得意の笑顔で沸かすメディア、隠しきるこの秘密だけは愛してるって嘘で積むキャリア、これこそ私なりの愛だ、流れる汗も綺麗なアクア、ルビーを隠したこのまぶた、歌い踊り舞う私はマリア、そう嘘はとびきりの愛だ、誰かに愛されたことも誰かのことを愛したこともないそんな私の嘘がいつか本当になることいつかきっと全部手に
It's like I've never loved or been loved.
Yes,
anyone.
She was an orphan growing up. The main character of the first episode, who is the perspective they're singing from. Yeah, she was an orphan growing up. She's never loved. She's never been loved. She doesn't know what it is to love. And when she gets recruited to be an idol star, she says, I don't know how to love people. And the guy responds, that doesn't matter. Just lie to him. And so that's okay. So she's built up this entire lie that is now her entire life. And then you see the little child's hand reach up and grab her hand at the end. It's like, oh, I don't have to lie this time, because she has kids and she falls in love with the kids.
入れる私はそう欲張りなアイドルとしたいでみんなのことちゃんと愛したいから今日も嘘をつくのこの言葉がいつか本当になる日を願ってそれでも
that entire verse was, I don't want to say this is a lie to you. I don't want this to be a lie. I'm going to keep saying it until it's not a lie. And then when she drops the mask, the bunny mask that they've been portraying as her like putting on this perfect image of the perfect idol, she drops the mask and says, oh, I don't have to lie this time. I do love you. And then she hugs her kids from behind. It's funny, they actually give away the entire first episode that's 2 hours long in the music video. If you don't know much about the show, if you're watching this, you probably do know about the show. If you don't know much about the show itself is actually about the kids, but there's a full prequel episode about the mom that has to do with what the entire show is actually about. But yeah, it's quite good. I thoroughly enjoyed that. There's so much clashing and dissonance in that song that makes it really interesting. But I never enjoyed it as much as I did watching the music video and actually like thinking about it, because there's a lot to unpack in that song that you're not going to catch if you're just like listening to it or you're trying to just watch the intro to the show.
Well, what makes it so deep and impactful is the contrast from the different sections. And you have this like la 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 la, and then you have this like da da, you know, and then you have this like
super dissonant,
you know,
yeah.
and then it starts to, and they're separate in the first half. But then as you get into the second half, it starts to mix those concepts. And that's where it gets really interesting, is because first it's separate and you're like, okay, there's a big difference between this one and this one. But then when they start to combine them together and make that work, it's like, whoa. And I feel like that's very difficult to do. Maybe it's not, I don't know. I don't write a ton of music, but I feel like I don't hear that often enough.
Yeah.
To feel like people are making an effort to do that, or that it's easy to do.
Yeah.
So it must be hard, is what I'm thinking. But it's so interesting to have that contrast between the different bits and then to integrate it. And I don't know, it's nice because it's not just like a poppy, like same line over and over again, simple melody. It's a little more deep and rich than that. And so I don't know, you get to feel it and experience it more than if it was just a la 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 the whole way through.
Well, yeah, and then if you think about it, take that same idea out and pull it out metaphorically, it's not easy to assimilate all the parts of yourself into something resembling a harmonious tune. It's hard when you have, especially if you try to think in the perspective of like, I'm pushing out this obvious lie and I hate myself somewhat and I want to know what love is, but I'm just lying and telling all these people that I love them. And you have all those dissonant parts, trying to make those come together it's not difficult, or it's not easy to put yourself together that way. High Ren was another song that did a very good job of portraying like two very dissonant sides of a psyche that need to come together, that need to assimilate well to reach a higher level of being. And I think this song, the way it showed it in the music video was whenever it was showing her like dancing in front of people, it was showing her in the bunny suit.
Yeah.
And this is my mask that I put on. And as she finally was able to assimilate the different parts of herself, the last scene of her dancing in front of people was actually her. And then she took the mask off in front of her kids, and she was able to like open up. Things are normal. And I have connected and assimilated myself, which is something that everyone goes through, and it's not easy. And something that continually you go
That's
through.
what we're always doing, right?
Exactly.
Like we're always trying to balance these different parts of our psyche, these different like conflicting motivations and ideas and feelings, and we're trying to like go out into the world and not be a huge mess, and sometimes we are anyways, you know. But yeah, I really like that, and I also was thinking of those similarities between High Ren and this, and some of the BTS songs that we've covered as well. So anyway, really interesting stuff. I can see why this is very, very popular right now. It's always nice to see something get very popular that has depth. You know, because there are a lot of things they're popular because everybody remembers the chorus.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody can snag the hook. But this is popular because it has depth. It has some substance to it, and I want to see more of that. So if you guys know of more music like this that has these contrasts, that has these ideas, that has these this
Deep themes.
Yeah, deep themes. Like, please let us know what it is. Tell us what it is, because I gotta say, from your recommendations, we've gotten the best music. I mean, so we trust you guys immensely. So send us what you think would be like this, and that actually is inspiring and thought-provoking and emotion-evoking. And I want to dig into that some more. So anyway, go check out our High Ren video. Amazing stuff, talking about similar concepts here. I think you're really going to like it. Well, let us know what you think, and we'll see you over there.